One of the main reasons why we are money for the ICO is to build the actual smart cities. Our technology is already in existence. The money will be used to create 3D models, to connect IoT networks, to connect location data and other types of data that is available on the city level, and also companies and universities and people's contributions as well on the data side, and to be able then represent this data in real time for other people to use, to create different applications, to create different services on top of it.
Sounds good. And actually, you already did a prototype of this technology in Toronto. Is that true?
In Toronto, we haven't finished the prototype, but we are working on a number of areas, especially focusing on disaster and emergency management evacuation type of scenarios. But the real smart city applications, we are looking to start building in the coming months based on our agreements that we are now negotiating with different cities around the world, primarily focusing on the Middle East and also North America.
Yeah, you fly to Dubai in a few hours. Maybe you can explain what the purpose is of that trip.
So the purpose of the trip is really with Dubai, Smart Dubai government, and with the team of a company which is under the Smart Dubai government organization called Dubai Data, because they are the ones who we are going to interact with the most, and they will be the ones who will provide the data to us to fill the platform with live data, to see the movements of people, vehicles, to see the movements of and the changing nature of different sensors on different networks that they have.
Yeah, that's also one of the key questions. How do you get the data, but you have partnerships on the data?
Right. So in different cities or different areas will be different. For example, in Canada, there is an organization called Canadian Open Data Exchange, which collects a lot of that data, including the location data, anonymized, but location data of every mobile phone user and so on. In Dubai, it's more centralized. So it's not an open data, but we need to interact directly with Smart Dubai and with the Dubai Data organization. Within that, they collect today data from more than 200 government and non-government agencies, and depending on the level of access, we will be able to use that data for our digital twin models.
Sounds good. And you're also looking for partnerships in the blockchain sphere, like Aeon, I've heard, and other
That's
parties.
right. So for us, what is important is really to create a platform that will unite a lot of solutions that currently exist on the blockchain side, because the way we see it today is there is a focus of companies like IOTA and the others that are focusing on the IoT side specifically. There are other companies like SingularityNet and the others that are focusing on AI. Many of them are using totally different approaches to even building their blockchain technology. So our challenge is really uniting that data on a single platform, and we look at Aeon as potentially as one of those glue layers that is going to keep all the different types of blockchains together and be able to communicate with one another.
So you're also maybe in talks with Icon, because Aeon and Icon are also in talks with each other. Maybe you also...
Not directly.
Okay.
So we are not involved in those conversations, and we are currently really focusing on bringing as many players as possible, because we're actually not competing with them. So they'd like to discuss, negotiate, and potentially work with us, because we are not competing for specific blockchain technology or other activities that they have. But we are very complementary to them.
One question, and then we have to conclude, I think, because you have to get your plane. So maybe you can tell something about the token sale. What's the name of the token, and when is the token sale?
So currently we started today. We started a pre-sale. And
14th of April. Yeah.
right, 14th of April, we started the pre-sale, and the pre-sale is really focusing on bringing early investors that understand the principles and understand what we are trying to do with the build out of our platform. That's number one. Number two is the actual ICO is going to happen within the next couple of months. So first we'll go through the pre-ICO round and then ICO round. The whole ICO round is the target is to raise between $50 and $60 million to be able to build between 3 and 5 digital cities of the size of Dubai. And we really are on the way to get the technology that we have is fully developed. Our main target is really integration and the build out of the actual 3D models of the cities.
Sounds good. All the best with ICO and with this great project.
Thank you very much.